Rome, 44 BCE. The city does not sleep, it listens. Sandaled footsteps echo across marble streets. Senators whisper behind columns. Soldiers watch from shadows. Rome has conquered the world, but now Rome fears one man, Gaius Julius Caesar. He's 55 years old, recently declared dictator perpetuo, dictator for life. To the common people, he is a hero who fed the poor, forgave enemies, and ended years of civil war. To many senators, he is something else entirely, a king in all but name, and Rome does not tolerate kings. The conflict begins quietly, not with swords, but with anxiety. Caesar's victories have made him unstoppable. Statues of him appear beside those of gods. Coins bear his face, an honor once reserved for the dead. When he sits in the Senate, some men notice he no longer rises to greet them. Small insults, heavy meanings. Among those watching is Marcus Junius Brutus, philosopher, idealist, and a man Caesar trusts deeply. Caesar once pardoned him after civil war, even promoted him. Some say Caesar loved Brutus like a son. But Brutus carries a heavier inheritance. His ancestor helped overthrow Rome's last king centuries earlier. The Republic, to him, is sacred. Meanwhile, another senator moves more urgently, Gaius Cassius Longinus. Cassius is sharp, resentful, convinced Caesar's ambition will end Roman liberty forever. He begins gathering allies in secret meetings lit by oil lamps, voices low, hands trembling not with fear, but with decision. They do not call it murder, they call it salvation. The conspiracy grows, more than 60 senators bound by secrecy. Each man believes Rome stands at a turning point, either Caesar falls or the Republic dies. Yet one obstacle remains: Brutus. Cassius knows the assassination will look like jealousy unless Rome's most honorable man joins them, so he appeals not to hatred but to duty. Forged letters appear at Brutus's home, supposedly written by citizens begging him to save Rome. Night after night, Brutus walks alone in his garden, unable to sleep. He admits Caesar is not yet a tyrant, but fears what he might become. In the silence before dawn, he makes his choice. Caesar must die for the future. This is the first turning point. Loyalty yields to principle. The conspirators choose their moment, the Senate meeting on the Ides of March, March 15th. A place of law will become a place of blood. The night before, Rome feels uneasy. Storms strike the city. According to tradition, strange omens appear, lightning without rain, animals behaving wildly. Caesar's wife, Calpurnia, wakes from nightmares, convinced she saw her husband murdered in her arms. She begs him not to go to the Senate. For a moment, the most powerful man in Rome hesitates. He agrees to stay home. History nearly changes. But Decimus Brutus, one of the conspirators and a trusted friend, arrives at Caesar's house. Calmly, persuasively, he tells Caesar the Senate may interpret absence as weakness, or worse, arrogance. Honors await him that day, he insists. Pride wins over caution. Caesar puts on his robe and leaves. As he walks through Rome, a teacher named Artemidas pushes forward with a letter warning him of the plot. Caesar takes it politely, but never reads it. The final turning point approaches. Inside the theater of Pompey, senators rise as Caesar enters. The irony is bitter. Pompey was Caesar's former rival, defeated in civil war. Now Caesar sits beneath his statue. The conspirators surround him under the pretense of presenting a petition. One senator grabs his toga. Caesar resists, confused. "This is violence," he protests. Then the first blade strikes. Casca, nervous, clumsy, slashing Caesar's shoulder. For a heartbeat,
Chaos freezes into reality. Daggers flash. Men Caesar trusted attack from every side. He fights back at first, shocked more than afraid. Blood stains white marble. Senators shout, some fleeing, others watching in horror. Then Caesar sees Brutus among them. Ancient sources disagree on his exact words, but tradition remembers the moment as a quiet collapse of the soul. Recognition replaces resistance. If even Brutus believes he must die, the struggle is over. Caesar pulls his toga over his face and falls at the base of Pompey's statue, pierced 23 times. The dictator is dead. The conspirators expect cheers, liberation, gratitude. They step into the streets crying, "People of Rome, you are free!" But Rome answers with silence. Citizens lock their doors. Fear spreads faster than celebration. The assassins have killed a man, but not resolved the conflict he represented. At Caesar's funeral, Mark Antony delivers a speech that transforms grief into fury. He reads Caesar's will, money left to every citizen, gardens gifted to the public. The crowd realizes the man labeled tyrant loved them, or at least understood them. Rage erupts. The conspirators flee Rome within days. Civil war follows. The republic they tried to save collapses anyway, replaced not by liberty, but by empire under Caesar's adopted heir, Augustus. The assassination meant to end one ruler, instead ends an entire political system. And so the arc closes with irony. Caesar dies, but Caesarism survives. On the Ides of March, Rome learned a brutal truth. Killing a man is easy. Killing an idea is impossible.